beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off from Baltimore. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Bateman, the motion man left. They go play fake with Jackson. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Alontae Taylor has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motioning him from the slot right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Offense up to the line fast.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready, set, go.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Black Ultra. Let's go. Ready?
Another try following the sack. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Set, cut.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get it out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's on the move.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down throw for Jackson. Buying some time left. Oh no, they get him yet again. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Lamar off to play fake. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Working quickly here. A tight end in motion now.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second and 8. Rolling out to his left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Touchdown, Baltimore! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
Ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Striker. 3-3. Set hunt. Ready.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
10. 43 rail. Set.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Kamara's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Drill. 52. Set.
Looking to throw, Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Jamal Williams. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
22 needle.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
97. Fight. 60.
From the 32. He's got it near the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They motion a receiver left. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
You are X. Shut up.
He's back to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
52 blaster. Set. Drill green. Ready.
Rattler setting to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown! The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at him. I love the joy. The unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Black shot. 10 cycles.
Rattler back to throw. Completes this one to Hill. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set. Yellow, line, set,
They'll run the toss to Kamara. Along the sideline past midfield. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he runs it all the way inside the red zone before going out. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go,
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
3-3.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Green jack. Ready?
Back to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Looking to throw. And they pick him off again. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints get it as he makes his third interception in this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Now Rattler. Has it in close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Williams is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Groupie to try the point after. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. Pretty good lead in hand already. They're still just taking the extra point from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. The drive begins with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. Vacates quickly left side. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pete Werner has it. And the Saints take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game. It happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Saints have likely locked up the win right there.